No matter how much things may change, they remain the same. Change. What is it about change that makes people so afraid? Is it the fear of the unknown? Or could it simply be the discomfort in adapting to new ways? Maybe it's that things are perfectly fine and we don't see a need for change. Or could it be that on the surface we're blind and too distracted to see the change? Cause believe you me, things have changed. Just look at the eras prior to ours, where inspired by God, they literally laid their life on the line despite all the odds so we could be free to change. Or look at the era prior to theirs, where inspired by fear, they stood up to massa despite all the lashes just so we could be free from change. Oh yeah, it's need for change. And with history having a history of repeating itself, I'm just trying to understand why we screaming for help, and all along the way we seeking this help from all these other people, and still it's like we willing to change everything but ourselves.
To me, change means making a difference, being better than you were before, recognizing that there is a problem and being a solution to that problem. I'm Shannon Harper. I am the Youth Development Specialist here at the Making a Change group. So I myself was a troubled youth, giving my mom a hard time, out here doing whatever I thought I was grown enough to do. It was somebody who stepped in for me and helped my mom and was more like a mentor to me that made me want to get into this line of work.
So ultimately, would you say mentorship changed your life?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because I always think I wouldn't be as far as I was if someone didn't step in. You don't want that to be the standpoint. You be the one who brought the family school. You don't need that. That's why I'm about to give you our information for our Thursdays, where I'm the person behind the scenes. These gentlemen, this is one of the gentlemen right here this our G's mentoring G's, where you come in and you got some real good, solid men talking to you. The kids can get into so much stuff now, whereas when I was younger, the worst thing I got into was some fights in school, in the neighborhood, to getting in trouble in school. A little misguided on my end. The kids today, it's more opportunities for them to get into trouble. If I learned anything from detention, is these kids really, really want somebody to talk to.
Now, I'm not one to lose hope. I keep on hoping. I still have faith in the future. But I've had to analyze many things over the last few years, and I would say over the last few months. I've gone through a lot of soul-searching and agonizing moments. And I've come to see that we have many more difficult days ahead, and some of the old optimism was a little superficial. I think this is where we're getting our greatest resistance. They may put it on many other things, but we can't get rid of slums and poverty without it costing the nation something.
My name's Reed Burton, Coach Skip, Mr. Reed. I'm with the G-Vine program. I got started with Making the Change group through Mr. Corey Long. He was recognizing some guys, around the city of Chester that was influenced, that wanted to just help. So when it comes to youth in Chester, from the basketball court to the football field to the classroom, they can always count on me to be a part of it. kids that we have been, dealing with, we have seen the change a little bit. Just from them, the happiness to give them something to do. 3 of the students that we do got like every day. Well, not every day, but most of the time, well, what we gonna do this Thursday, Mr. Reed? They starting to look forward for it. So they starting to buy into the program that we giving them. So we happy with that. Just walking around the community now, and people just, oh yeah, I see what you're trying to do, and I'm glad that y'all doing that. And just all the females and female, that kids that don't got no father in their lives, and how they just like, Mr. Reed, can you just help my son? And can you just be a part of their life? And that's what I'm happy about, just the response from the community.
He can take me places if I need to go anywhere. If I need anything to wear, or some clothes or anything, he'll support me with that. Sports, they bought me cleats. It's so much they do for me. I'm
basically always going to connect with the youth because, my youth wasn't taken from me, but I lost, a lot of people that I love, as far as my dad, father in my house, my older brother in my house. So now I know where a lot of these youth, coming from.
Well, before getting involved with making a change at Camelot, I could say probably about, I go back 2-3 years ago. I was in trouble a lot actually. I actually got locked up for a gun charge when I was 15. That happened 2021. I got locked up for a gun charge. I brought a gun actually, they could say on school grounds, but I was across the street. I brought a gun to school. I was doing a lot of stuff. Beef, drama. I wasn't really care about school, skipping classes. I was working actually. So I was working. But other than that, grade-wise, I wasn't doing good before Camelot or making a change. So I could just say I was everywhere. I was chaotic.
I know where a lot of these youth, coming from, and being neglected or having nobody there for them. And I know, when I was growing up, I just wanted somebody there for me. I know it played a part. All the people that was there for me, I still remember them people like it was yesterday. So that's what I want to be too. Like I want to be known as somebody like George Carter, Mr. Carter, that run the Boys Club. You know what I'm saying? He opened his doors for 25 cents. Quarter. If you don't have it, he'll come out his pocket and pay for it. And that's the type of person I want to be known for. If you don't have it, or you need something, or any way I can help with these kids, I'm going to be there for you. So that's my involvement in this program.
Sometimes I wish that true change was as easy to find as loose change. But often when we do change, we lose sight of the routes that led us through change. But if I change, then you change, then maybe another could view it as encouragement. And we could get these mothers away from mourning and worrying and back to the nourishing. Because the only thing as strong as a mother's love is a mother's cries. We've all witnessed it. And you know what we call witnesses in a community where short-term decisions lead to long sentences for young children with no guidance. But will we have to rely so heavily on police to help if we policed ourselves? Maybe it's time for the G's to start leading the G's and the queens to start leading the queens to get back to the kingdoms from which we came. These are just some of the things to consider when we mention change.
He out here in these streets. Oh, he come in with one hand.
Who's he no bird? What's up?
Terry is.
You looking? What's up? Hey. He took his sauce. He came in with the one hand catch.
There you go. Omar, big fan. You're not gonna be disrespectful today?
Come on, don't even put it in his head. My man's here smiling and everything, man. Leave my man alone. What's up with you, boy?
What am I, bitch?
Huh? Of course. What? You don't know what to do with no basketball. You're just 6 foot for nothing.
Ooh. You don't know what I be doing.
You who?
Yeah.
You work for the school?
No.
Who you work for?
Warriors.
Huh?
Warriors.
The Golden State Warriors? Nobody know what resilience mean? Who got the, let me see that rock?
You don't know what resilience means? It's like a rubber band, right?
Oh, no, don't say nothing.
Rubber band?
What's resilient about that ball?
Tell me everything that ball can do, and then you tell me what's resilient about that ball. There you go. You hit it right in the nose. Resilience, for real, for us, the ability to bounce back, especially under difficult circumstances. Like how, like he said, a rubber band. You can pull it, it's always gonna snap back. A ball is far more resilient than a rubber band because you can pull a rubber band until it snaps. With a ball, you gotta be precise to break a ball. You gotta know where to cut it, where to stab it, how to break it. You feel what I'm saying? And when it comes to life, you gotta be just as resilient as this ball right here.
Price. I am the Connected Vision's case manager at Making a Change Group. I actually went to college for criminology. When I came out of college, I started working with kids. I've been a daycare teacher, a TSS worker, and I just kept going forward with that. Like, kids has always been drawn to me, and I've been drawn to them, especially ones that they say have behavior issues. I've always been drawn to them, so that's how I've always been connected to children, families, and how I can help them. I like the results. I like the fact that I can interact with the families and they're grateful for the services, and they also come back and engage because they don't want to hear like, we can help you. They want to see the action behind it. So when you have the action behind it and they get results from that, they're really appreciative, and they know at that point, like it's confirmation for them that, wow, somebody really cares and somebody really has my back.
Asking people, when you go in the store and you spend your money, ask them, do you invest in this community? Do you invest in any programs, or do you support any charities? What charity do you support? They see what they say. Oh, well, I don't have to answer that question. You got to talk to my man. Was your manager here? But you get the manager and find out, over the last year, what charities have y'all supported? Do you support any churches, anything here in this community? And if they're not willing to even speak on it, then you should know that should be a good inclination that you probably shouldn't be willing to put your money into it.
In 2004, Chester High. I'm an 11th grader in Chester High, understanding what was going on within the school district itself, and just realizing what difficulties the current students were going through. And a couple of my classmates nominated me to take a stand against what was going on. My name is Malcolm Anais Freeman, and I work for 2020 Companies as market development manager for Nokia. I knew Corey from the radio, of course, growing up, you listen to radio, so seeing him in there, and he actually saw me taking accountability for what we need to do as students to better the school district. We need to be put in the right position. And at the time I took a stand, and Corey saw me taking a stand and seeing that the student wanted to make a change. But I didn't want to make a change for the current generation. It was generations to come. I was thinking about my niece going through Chester Upland School District and dealing with the pitfalls that I had to deal with. I didn't want that for her. So I took a stand. And with Corey noticing me making that change, things started. It's not what you know, it's who you know. At every single Team Mag event, network. Because you never know who you might meet. Corey and the rest of the Team Mag staff have put me in rooms with power people, power players. smart, intelligent folks, and just really building that connection. It can be simply as humbling as sitting down at an Upland diner, getting something to eat. Just try to build and make that connection, because you never know what someone may want to pour in you and help you change to be something that you never thought you could be. Corey, be with the kids more. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. And I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, and I hope you see this. I enjoy spending time with you. With you. I enjoyed it. Some things you said you made me mad, some things you said you made me upset, but that's what a person that cares about you is supposed to do, because they see something in you that they need, that they feel that that's not you and you need to change. I enjoyed the skating rink. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the position you gave to me, even learning how to DJ and stream and spin music. You gave me the knowledge and understand beat measures, to where it's that no matter what song is playing, the beat measure is almost the same. It's gonna blend well, and that's something that I still take into this day. To the mentors, care about your students as if they're your own. Now with me understanding that, and me being a father and understanding what I want for my daughters, take that same step with that student you're working with. Have compassion, understanding. One thing I did not understand really with the trauma at the time, that the students that we were working with, and I mean the team that we was with, it was me, Ricky Taylor, my brother from another mother, Angel, Satchel. I ain't calling her by her full name. I call her Angel. And Miss Mimi. We worked with the students at the time, and we actually sat through a trauma session and really listening and understanding what our students and our youth go through within this city. It hurt me, because I felt that. Sorry. I felt that we wasn't doing what we were doing for them.
The teen was found shot on 11th and Parker. That's just blocks from
I'm just remembering the stories that I was hearing.
News reporter Alicia Nieves is live at the school, which remains on.
It made me put all my things aside to really work with these students. And it hurt, because hearing a student saying they just seen a friend, and then hearing that they were shot blocks away, that was chilling. Because sometimes we're so caught up in what we got going on within ourselves and what we got going on ourselves, we don't know that this student is crying for help. And a lot of our students are crying for help, and their cries are not listened to. And I know we can't get everybody, but the ones we can, listen. If your youth are saying something to you, mentors, listen. If you feel that you can't handle it on your own, go to any one of the other facilitators within Team MAC to get you help, to help out that student that needs that help.
don't understand.